One of the most difficult realizations to have for yourself, and this is one that I've seen a lot of people that I've worked with have, is to realize just how much of your suffering you have been an accomplice to, have been keeping in your life, right? How much of your own suffering you've been maintaining and producing. And this is not to say that we all ruin our own lives or that we all cause our own problems, right? But it just means that a lot of the times the self-beliefs, these internal conclusions of how we see the world, how we think about others, of how important we make others' opinions of us, right? Of what they may be thinking, what they may be saying about us, all these internal things that are going on in the background, right, in our subconscious, which may not have been created by us, which may have been adopted or influenced by those around us, by our parents, by our friends, by siblings, by anyone in our life that we may have come in contact with in the past, right? Any media you've been taking in, anything can influence us to create these internal beliefs, these internal systems that drive us and our behaviors, right? And once you start to peel away the layers or undo the knots that you've been carrying in your mind, which is what I help people do in my therapies, this is where you can start to see more clearly what it is that you have been allowing to continue this suffering in your life, right? Whether it's a negative belief of how important you make others in your life, right? Whether it's codependent behaviors, whether it's any survival mechanism you've been holding on to, all these things are gonna be shown in a much brighter light when you start to do this deep internal work, right? When you start to dig deep into yourself with these deep questions that I ask people, right? Where I'm not afraid to challenge them to ignore any distractions that they may be telling themselves, any stories they try to use to justify what's going on in their life, right? I try to go directly to what the issue is so that we can actually get some results and get some change starting to happen, right? And once that happens, it's like a snowball effect, right? Where you may not be the perfect person or the version of yourself that you want immediately, but over time, all of these things start to change and start to lessen, and you start to find choice in life again, right? And you start to see the possibility of a better and more fruitful life for yourself instead of one where you're caught in all of these negative internal beliefs, negative overthinking, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, all these negative symptoms that have been caused by all these internal driving forces that you've been carrying for so long. So hopefully this can help you realize how this is an important thought to have for yourself. What am I causing in my own life? What am I holding on to? What am I repeating to myself that's causing more suffering in my own life, right? That's a very powerful question to ask yourself, and it can be a good way to get started on your own healing journey.